an emotional apologetic. That's all.
And the funny, you know, Hafs, the story of Hafs, right? Hafs is the one who the Quran of Uthman is reported by. Now, Hafs never existed at the time of Uthman, right?
Right, that's correct.
So what they say to us, this is the Quran according to Hafs. If you open the Quran, I'm sure you have an Arabic copy of the Quran. You will see it says there. Let us see. كتب هذا المصحف وضبط على ما يوافق رواية حفص ابن سليمان ابن المغيرة الأسدي الكوفي according to عاصم ابن النجود الكوفي التابعي according to عبد الرحمن عبد الله ابن حبيب السلمى according to عثمان ابن عفان according to علي ابن أبي طالب according to Zayd, etc. according, but Hafs never saw Muhammad, and this person was exist almost 200 years after Muhammad. This is what they have according to Hafs. And if you go to the Muslims books, you will find that Hafs was called a liar and a thief. Did you come through this information, Al-Fadi?
I look at these, and I look also sometimes they try to you know, weasel their way into this idea that there were actually reporters that lived at the time of the Prophet. And you look at these names and you discover that Bukhari and Muslim used maybe like 5 or 6 or maybe 8 of these hadith, even though the person has probably 1,000 hadith. What does that tell you? He didn't even believe that these people actually reported something accurate. So everything about Islam is kind of funny, really. I mean, the Quran, who is this Uthman who decided which dialect to be read, how many chapters have to be left? He even decided that to split 2 chapters, chapter 8 and 9. You know, that's really interesting. I mean, who gave him that authority to do something like this?
And Hafiz, he was any hadith from Hafs is rejected. You know that? Imagine they accept the Quran of Hafs, they refuse the hadith of Hafs. Why? Because Hafs is kadhab. He's a liar. This is madness. How a person you consider him a liar, you refuse any hadith from him, it's not accepted right away. You go right now to Sahih Bukhari, go right now to Sahih Muslim, as you said. How many hadith they are coming from Hafs? 0. I never saw a hadith coming from Hafs. Why? Because Hafs is rejected. He's a liar. Kazzab. Not only Kazzab, it says in the interpretation of the Muslim in the reference that Hafs was a Kazzab, he's a liar, and he used to steal books and he claimed it for himself, which means he will borrow the book of Al-Fadi and then he will take it and he will write it again and he will say, oh, this is my book. He just changed some words in it. So he is a fraud.
Right. Yeah. And Abu Huraira, there's a lot of questions about it, but I have 2 questions here. Jean Baptiste, I think it's the name, is asking about any survey, poll estimates of number of apostates or believers in Saudi. Those numbers are hard really to come by. I can tell you there is an atheist movement in Saudi, and it's guesstimated that is about at least 200,000 maybe Saudis, kind of you know, whether truly or not, they declared themselves to be atheists. So we know there's something happening. As far as believers, you know, you hear the number 50, 60,000. I like to err on the side of cautious. I would say maybe 5,000. That will be a fair estimate, but no one in right mind in Saudi is going to come forward publicly and say, I left Islam and I became a believer in Christ.
Yeah, no way. Yeah,
now, the other question was, go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead.
Furnace was asking a question, and he says, you know, what are the common questions Muslims ask? It's the usual objection. I mean, it's they always ask you, of course, about me, for instance. They ask if I was really a Muslim and things like that, and if they want to ask a thing about Christianity, always ask you the Bible is corrupt. You know, Jesus was never crucified. I mean, the usual. It never really ends. It's the exact same argument over and over again.
And they repeat the same question. Even you answer the question today, tomorrow they will come back with the same question. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They think we're dumb. And what I like about it is, like, when I post something, you post something, let's say, about a variant reading of the Quran. The first comment from a Muslim is about the Trinity. And I'm like, my gosh, where is the word Trinity in here? I didn't even talk about the Trinity yet.
Yeah.
They don't have an answer for anything. You can go to all the posts I've done so far. This is to everybody here in Facebook. Find me a single answer to any of the questions that I ask, and they're all simple. We're not even asking complicated questions.
There's no answer for. I think this is a religion have no answer for anything. You know, this is why I have a session of videos. It's called Allah Knows Best. Because you ask a Muslim, the scholar, not the normal one, right away he talked for 1 hour, and then after 1 hour you learn nothing. He make you more confused, and he closed the speech by saying Allah knows best. But yet there's no answer. By the way, Al-Fadi,
Exactly.
next time if you want to call, if you like to be in the screen, if you like to use your camera and people they can see you, feel free. If this is what, if you like to do so, maybe that will make them see you. For me, I use the screen usually to just to provide reference, you know, just to show the hadith, the Quran, etc. But if you like to be using the camera, just let me know, and we can have it easy in the screen, and people they can see you.
Not a problem, brother. I'm really honored to be here, and Lord willing, let's plan on average once a week. I will be with you, and you and I can probably arrange beforehand about a specific topic if you have something in mind, of course, or we can play it just by ear like this.
Yeah, usually
And,
usually I don't have a topic really, because you know I am an let us say I'm always ready. You know what I mean? So I make just a name, and then I start, and people start asking me questions, and then the questions will lead the conversation, the same as we are doing right now, because that is I believe it's better because people they have needs, and if you answer their questions, this is the needs.
right, right.
Preset topics usually they are make people sleepy, because it's not my topic. I did not choose it, you know. But if somebody asking a question and we answer him live, that will make it more interesting and more good experience for them to learn. So if you can choose a day which you wish, well, I don't know what your schedule how it is, and you tell me that this day will be me and you once a week as you choose, we will inform everybody. However, we have to do it at 4:30, because this is my schedule every day, you know. So you can choose the day, but I have no choice but to choose the time, because already we are set with this time.
Oh, sure, brother. I mean, yeah, like I said, you and I can decide.
Yeah, just let me know if you when you can do it. Anyone have other question? Do we have any Muslim here? Somebody is asking about the miracle of number 19. How do you respond to the so-called miracle number in the Quran, like 17 and 19? What do you say, brother Al-Fadi?
You know, I can tell you, if you want details, Jay Smith, Lord bless his heart, got into it, you know, with formulas and stuff. That's a brain damage to me. All I can tell you is this: if you can prove to me as a Muslim, I'm talking in general right now, don't take it as if I'm telling you who's asking the question. If you are a Muslim who's asking this question, if you can prove to me that the Quran that you have today is exactly the same Quran that was revealed, and you have manuscript to support this, I'll be willing to talk to you about that. Other than that, you know that there is so many Qurans and so many number of passages, and some of them are missing verses and some of them have more verses. So it's impossible really to come up with a formula to support this idea.
Actually, I made many videos about this, and actually it is in my books too. I will answer him. You do not need James Smith, because James, he don't speak Arabic still, so his answer will be short of the valid answer at the end. You know, brother Al-Fadi, he speak Arabic like me. So Al-Fadi, when we say bism, there's no such a thing as called bism. It is bi-ism. Is that correct?
Bi-ism.
All right. So the Muslim, they base their numbers based on what? Based in taking letters off from the correct Arabic. Even the original Quran, it doesn't have bism. It is bi-ism. There's many websites I can show to Muslims live right now, right here, where the Muslim they explain why the letter Alif is taken off. So the word of Bism is written like this: B-ism. I'm writing in the screen for the one who asking question. But if you look at the one in the top, the letter here is gone. So the Muslims they are counting wrong numbers of the letters. Same time, the same we find in Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman is written the correct way, is written this way. Ar-Rahman. And you find the alif here, even in the Quran they have today, printed today. But when they count the number of 19, they don't count those letters. So those letters alone will make their miracle damaged, because now we don't have 19, we have a 21. Correct? If we continue the same in the same chapter, because the Ar-Rahman is mentioned more than one time, and the Rahim mentioned more than one time, and that will break the number, will make it 24, 25, etc. So all of this fiction about the number 19 is nothing but a lie. Same time, my friend, the first one who created the false miracle of Ar-Rahman, his name is Rashad Khalifa. Rashad Khalifa, in order to do that, he have to cut verses from the Quran off. He delete them. This is why the Muslims, they killed him in Arizona. We can go right now and search why Rashad Khalifa was killed. This guy, in order to make the Quran fit with the miracle he have, he cut off verse from the Quran saying those must be fabricated, take them off, and that will make the numbers accurate. And actually, even in his, after he cut in the verses, just by the argument I just gave you on the screen, will destroy his argument. And additional to this, why Muslims they need number 19? I mean, why Allah don't say to us we have a miracle in the Quran? What you know what I mean, Fadi? Why they don't say Allah? Why Allah don't say about number 19?
No kidding. And it's kind of funny, by the way, because in the Quran, as you know, brother, the number of gates into hell is 19 and guarded by 19 angels. There you go. That's where the number is coming from.
I don't know. Sometimes I find that the Muslims are very funny, and they are so desperate to find something in the Quran. This is how I see it. You see, why a Christian he will not go to look for something like this in the Bible? Because we have Jesus who did everything nobody can do. Even in the Quran, Jesus spoke in the cradle. You see, Muhammad, he waited 40 years before he can claim to be a prophet. Jesus in the Quran, he spoke in the cradle, which means from the first second he is a prophet of God. Now the Muslims, they say to us that Muhammad was following Abraham before he became a prophet. What do you think about that?
Yes, sir, absolutely. This is an excellent argument. And not only that, not only he waited and was distressed and was going to commit suicide, but even he didn't name the angel Gabriel for 14 years. If you study the name Gabriel in the Quran alone, they always bring the hadith. I say the hadith was written 200 years later. It's easy to write his name in the hadith because it was 200 years later. Show me in the Quran that this is the angel that appeared to him, and show me in one sentence that it was called Gabriel. You can find it. 14 years later, Muhammad finally named him because it dawned on him that he must be Gabriel.
When Muhammad, he first time he met this person who he is supposedly Jibreel, this so-called angel, he never said a word about who he is. He didn't say his name, and the funny, he did not even greet him with peace. You know, if you remember when the angel, supposedly the same angel, the Muslim, they say it's Jibreel. When the angel came to Mary, what the angel said to Mary in the Bible, Fadi?
Iqra.
No, when the angel came to Mary, not to Muhammad. In the Bible,
of course.
He said to her,
it's always,
he said to her,
in the
Shalom.
Bible, always, peace be upon you. Always starting with something like this, or
Shalom to you.
Some comfort,
Yeah, Shalom to you, Mary. So why the same angel came to Muhammad? He did not say to him, Shalom to you, Muhammad, for God. And they say and they claim that this is the greeting of Islam, but Islam did not start with Shalom. This is a greeting was stolen from the Christians, from the Jews, have nothing to do with the Muslims. If we go in the Quran, I will show them this verse in the Quran. Guys, read with me. This is a chapter 42, verse number 52. Chapter 42, verse number 52. You can read any translation you want. It says, Allah saying to Muhammad, read with me please, let us see, make it clear in the screen. Thus we have, thus have we, by our command, sent inspiration to thee. Thou knowest not before what was revelation and what was faith. What does that mean? Muhammad, he do not know what revelation, and he do not know what faith. So how Muslim they lie to us? They say that Muhammad was following Abraham. A person who have or being following Abraham, he have faith. What do you think of Fadi?
Yeah, I'm looking at right now just Al-Tabari, and that's exactly what he's saying, that you, Muhammad, you didn't know anything about revelation, nor faith. Faith in who? Faith in Allah, of course, in God.
So Muhammad was a kafir.
Exactly.
He was an atheist, maybe. So Muslims,
You know,
how he's following Abraham? Anybody can explain to us?
you know, I'm not trying to defend Muhammad, but sometimes I feel like if Muhammad is alive right now, he's going to even rebuke the Muslims for making up stories about him.
Yeah, I mean, Muhammad is Abrahamic. He followed Abraham. Even his families, all of them, they believe in, none of them believe in Allah. Even Muhammad, father, he's going to hell, according to Muhammad. So how Muhammad he learned about Abraham and he became an Abrahamic? Any Muslim can tell me? His grandfather is not Abrahamic. His uncles are not Abrahamic. His father is not Abrahamic. Well, how Muhammad will be Abrahamic? And actually, even the name of Muhammad's father is very fishy, because how his father name is Abdullah, but you don't believe in Allah.
Exactly.
Imagine my name is the slave of the Messiah, but I don't believe in the Messiah. I mean, this will be funny. Obviously, this name changed later because it was an insult. His name was an insult to Muhammad. So Muhammad, he changed his first name from Qatham to Muhammad, which means the praised one. And they changed the last name of his father to fit with the name of the new religion, Muhammad ibn Abdullah. Or in Arabic, and you know, if somebody have unknown father, they say he is a son of Abdullah. You know what I mean, Fadi?
Right.
Guys, for those who don't know Arabic, in Arabic, if we say someone is unknown, we say Abdullahi Fulan, the slave of Allah, which means unknown. We do not know. His name is not known. So either Muhammad, he changed the name of his father, or the name which he was called by, he is a son of unknown father. And actually, me myself, I believe that Muhammad is the son of Waraq ibn Nawfal. And the proof, you can find that in my books. You can go and see the description of Allah, and you can read. Waraq ibn Nawfal, his sister, she offered herself to the father of Muhammad, supposedly based on the story, and she offered him 100 camel to sleep with her, which is obviously, I don't believe in such a, I mean, come on, a woman, she would offer a man 100 camel to sleep with her. Do you know what 100 camel? 100 camel right now in Saudi Arabia will make you rich. Is that correct, Fadi? Right now, as we speak today, 100 camel will make you a rich man. So imagine 100 camel in the time before Muhammad. This is a lot of money just to sleep with her. But the story there, obviously they have a root. Waraqa, I believe, he sent his sister to the father of Muhammad, or the one who claimed to be his father, and she offered herself to him, because the story says when he was going to meet Amina to marry her, but we know the Arab, they don't really have marriage, they have nukah. So he was going to sleep with her. Sister of Waraqa, she offered herself, and she offered him even money to stop him from going there. And then the father of Muhammad, he said to Waraqa's sister, well, I will be back to you, but I have to go first to Amina, which means he have to sleep with her first. And look like Muhammad's father used to work as a gigolo, because a man get money for sex, he is nothing but a gigolo. Then he went to the mother of Muhammad, he slept with her, and then when he came back to the woman she offered herself, which is a sister of Waraqa, she said, I have no needs of you no more. So if you think about it, Muhammad always was found with Waraqa. Even when Muhammad was lost, there's a story of Muhammad when he was lost as a child. The whole tribe was looking for him. Everybody was looking for Muhammad. Nobody can find it. And suddenly he came with Waraqa. So Waraqa existence in the life of Muhammad is extremely important. Actually, the hadith says, and I'm sure brother Al-Fadi, he knew that when Waraqa he passed away, Muhammad he tried to commit suicide.
Yeah, he was depressed.
Why? Why? You know, imagine. I mean, you and me, we have a family, and I don't know. Like my father, he passed away. I was sad. I was upset, but I would not commit suicide. Right? It doesn't make sense. So why the prophet is trying to commit suicide? Any Muslim can tell us?
And that's very disturbing, by the way, brother, because in the Bible, you don't read about a single prophet who wanted to commit suicide for supposedly revelation stopped. He was receiving revelation from God or from a man.
It doesn't make sense. You know, and it's against God too to commit suicide. Actually, even Muhammad himself, that the one who he said, the one who commits suicide, he will be like he will spend his eternity in hellfire. So how he is saying that, yet he tried to commit suicide? You see, if you read with me the hadith in front of our eyes, all right, it says that Waraq ibn Nawfal, he used to translate whatever Allah allowed him to do, the gospel. Guys, read with me. And this is the Quran. This is the true version of the Quran which Waraqa was writing. It says, Waraqa was the son of his paternal. Let's clear it. Hold on. No. Okay. So Waraqa supposedly is a cousin of Khadija, or from her family, and he is a cousin for her, a cousin of her uncle. And during the pre-Islamic period, he became a Christian. The fact it doesn't say he became a Christian, he became Nasara. He became Nasara, and that's what we say, that Nasara are not Christians. And he used to write an Arabic writing, and he used to write of the gospel in Arabic as much as Allah wished him to write. And here, Al-Fadi, I don't know if you can put your input in this. If Waraqa in the time of Muhammad was writing in Arabic, the Bible, was he writing from the corrupt one?
I mean, that's definitely a good question. Sometimes we wonder if he was writing from just extra biblical books, and Muhammad thought it to be the Bible, because we know that Muhammad took things from the Midrash and the Mishnah and other rabbinic writings and made him to look like revelations. No wonder the Jews mocked him and laughed at him.
So, and as you see, Muhammad, he accepts his teaching. He is his highest consultant.